Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about important events that happened in Solana last week. And the first thing I wanted to talk about comes from Jupiter Aggregator. So they put out a post on Twitter announcing Solana's first trade splitting swap, where they dynamically split orders between AMMs to minimize slippage and deliver the best or close to best prices for a wide range of pairs. So from USDT to USDC, Sol USDC, and pairs with less liquidity. So just taking a look at this photo, we can see that they've updated the UI, so you can see where the trades go through. So this trade here, it would take you through Mercurial Finance and Aldrin, but 95% of the trade will go through Mercurial and 5% of the trade will go through Aldrin. Taking a look at another screenshot here, we can see that a trade between USDC and LIC would take you through Orca and Radium, with 65% going through Orca and 35% going through Radium. So this is a cool new update that they have made to Jupiter Aggregator, and it's really helped solidify its place as one of the top decentralized exchanges on Solana. If you've not tried Jupiter Aggregator yet, I recommend you start trading there because you're going to get some of the best prices from your swaps in the whole of Solana. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is Port Finance. So they're introducing the Port Finance DAO. So now that we have infrastructure for DAOs here on Solana, we're going to start seeing more announcements of new DAOs popping up. So if you want to become a member of the Port Finance DAO, you'll be able to vote on various different things. So we have here liquidity mining rewards distribution, token support on the platform, and collateral risk parameters. So pretty standard stuff for money markets. And the one thing that really caught my eye and that I wanted to talk about is this here. So essentially what happens is you'll be able to take your Port Finance tokens and then lock them up from a period between 5 days and 5 years, and in return you'll receive vote escrowed Port Finance tokens. So Port is going for a V token approach. So this will be interesting because we've seen a lot more DeFi projects come out and actually pivot to that approach, especially in Ethereum. So we've had Yearn Finance, for example, Frax, for example, Dopex, for example. Saber have recently pivoted to that token model. So it's interesting to see that they've done this. And when you have protocols that require you to lock up your tokens for a while, we start to see other protocols pop up and then offer liquid staking solutions of that. So the next item I want to talk about is this Twitter thread here. So as you may have heard, there's been a lot of problems going on with Solana recently, particularly to do with, well, the network going down in September, but also other problems as well, particularly being the TPS of the system just being hammered every now and then. There have been a few days this past month where Solana has just been unusable. Well, it's been usable, but like 90% of the transactions like drop, and the TPS regularly drops below 2000. And when that happens, like lots of transactions fail. So this is just a thread just discussing like what's going on, explaining what's happening, and dispelling some of the rumors that have gone around. And I think it's important to see both sides of the argument. I know a lot of you people have voiced your concern about Solana in my comments, and I've responded to it, and it's definitely a problem, but it's definitely worthwhile just looking at both sides of the argument. So I'll leave a link to this tweet thread below so you can go ahead and read it. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Upfi. So Upfi put out this tweet. So Upfi staking on mainnet has officially gone live. So you can stake your UPS tokens to receive XUp with a very attractive APR. So just taking a look at it, you can currently get 1000% APY on any UPS tokens staked. So if you're not familiar with Upfi, it's an algorithmic stablecoin here on Solana, and UPS is its governance token. The next item I wanted to talk about comes from Solend. So Terra's governance proposal to provide lunar incentive rewards to Solana DeFi projects, including Solend, has passed. So in other words, UST is coming to Solend with incentives very soon. So just taking a look at this, there was a proposal submitted about 9 days ago requesting $2 million worth of lunar liquidity mining incentives for the 7 Solana projects, and one of them is Solana. So we'll be seeing a lot more Luna and UST flowing around on Solana, which is definitely a good thing, right? So Luna, I see it as a way to bet on the growth of the UST stablecoin, and the more places that they can get UST out to means that the Luna market cap will go up over time. So that's cool. FTX put out a post here saying there is an upcoming IEO, and that will be for Psi options. So this might be something you want to keep an eye on, especially due to the fact that options on Solana are really getting a lot of steam. If you've noticed, Friction, Katana, Tap Finance, and Chest Finance have all popped out in the last 1 month or 2 months. They've been live on mainnet, and they've garnered a significant amount of TVL. You can get some pretty crazy yields, especially on Friction, on different assets like Luna, Solana, Mango tokens, and they're all built on top of these options protocols, and those options protocols will take fees from those structured product protocols like Katana, like Friction, and the higher their TVL goes, the more usage Psi options and Zeta markets will get. So Mango Markets put out a post saying that the swap user experience has been updated again. So you can chart any pair displayed with an additional asset with information available such as market cap, all-time high, all-time low, volume, and more. So just taking a look at the website here. So currently we have USDC against Mango, but we can change this to be, for example, 1 inch against Mango, and we can see the chart there. We can see 1 inch against Sushi, or wrapped BTC against Sushi. So these are quite cool, and I like the fact that you can chart different assets against each other. It's quite unique. And if you didn't already know, Mango Markets has a swap function on its website, so you can do swaps here, you can margin trade, you can trade perpetual futures, you can trade in order book DEX. They have lending and borrowing. Mango Markets has really set itself up as one of the best places to trade here on Solana, as well as being a Solana super app. Apricot Finance put out a Medium article, so they talk about their roadmap and where they want to take Apricot Finance in the future. But one thing that really caught my eye was emission architecture refurbishment. So they're looking to adjust the architecture of its token emissions, both staking and liquidity mining rewards, and to improve the economics of APT and platform use. So this is positive news because there have been quite a few threads coming out recently talking about the weird tokenomics that surround a lot of Solana projects. And so by promising this, hopefully the tokenomics will improve, and hopefully some of these Solana DeFi projects can actually start going up. And the last thing I wanted to talk about today is Drift. So they've added a new market that you can trade on, and that's Matic. So you can trade Matic perpetual futures with up to 5x leverage on Drift protocol. So that's really cool. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one.